just for making some noise on the train. Yet his clothes ruthlessly slashed open by the guards, then got a death countdown timer strapped to his chest, and a steel ring clamped around his arm. When they cracked open the train's small window, his entire arm got shoved outside. The man let out a blood-curdling scream, but within 3 seconds, he suddenly went quiet. Outside was a brutal -100 degrees. His arm had frozen solid in an instant, and the guard's sledgehammer was already raised and ready. When the countdown hit 0, they yanked his arm back inside the car. Once they confirmed it was frozen through, the guard brought that hammer down without hesitation. Yet watching this horror unfold, the poor passengers could only bite their tongues. Earth had been thrown into an ice age ahead of schedule, turning 99% of humanity into ice sculptures. The surviving 1% had been packed into this constantly moving train for 17 years now. Unfortunately, even on this tiny train, there was a class system. The rich lived up front in first class, living it up day after day, while the poor were stuck in the stinking tail section, surviving on nothing but these nasty black protein bars. Even worse, the rich would randomly grab kids from the back cars, and anyone who complained got hit with savage punishment. Finally, the people in the rear had enough. When guards opened the door to hand out that revolting black paste, one gutsy guy decided to take his shot. After years of watching, he'd picked up on something. The guards' guns looked empty. To test his hunch, Nick suddenly pushed through the crowd and aimed the guard's gun right at himself. The guns got no bullets. Once that was confirmed, people immediately grabbed a huge metal pipe and charged the closing door, jamming it open for good. Since their guns were useless, the guards got taken down fast. But one massive guard kept swinging his sledgehammer, keeping everyone back. A young guy stripped off his shirt and, moving quick, got right up in the guard's face and drove his weapon straight through the man's heart in one shot. They rushed to the train's prison and busted out a father and daughter who'd been locked up. These two were critical for getting to first class. The dad was a lock expert, and his daughter had this special ability where she could hear through doors to tell what was on the other side. Nobody there. After the man did his thing, the door slowly swung open, and just like she said, it was empty. This was their first look at the world beyond in over a decade, and everyone just stood there stunned. But there was no time to take in the view. They had to push through before backups showed up. When they got the second door open, they found the car where those black bars were made. Nick wanted to see how they produced the food, but what he saw made his blood run cold. The bars were made from ground-up cockroaches. He wanted to rip the rich to shreds right then. But at that moment, the girl suddenly picked up on something. She tried to stop them, but her father had already gotten the lock open. A crew of guards holding axes stood there waiting, eyeing them down. Before anyone could react, one guard sliced a fish wide open. Axes coated in fish blood kept wounds from healing. Then all the guards pulled on night vision goggles. Before the poor folks could figure out what was happening, the train shot into a pitch-black tunnel.